Guys, and welcome to Stevie Loves to Thrift. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I did recently that I absolutely loved, and it was a color analysis. So I haven't decided if I want to wear my glasses yet. I can do that. There's the glare. Okay, just keep them low. All right, anyways. So last year I was on Instagram and someone mentioned that they had found out their color season. I thought that was fascinating. I'd heard about this before, but didn't know you could get like a professional service. I say that with air quotes because I didn't think it was a professional thing. However, as I looked into it, I found out there are people who do this, and there is some kind of like certification that allows them to do this like legitimately. And I don't remember what it's called, and I'm so sorry. But anyways, I loved the results that I got when I finally did the analysis. And I will say it's a little expensive. It was $189 for me to do it when I did it. I know prices will change. The economy is insane right now, so I don't know. I can't quote how much it will be if you decide to do it, but I know it was $189 for me, and I got my analysis through Chandler Larson, and she was great. She was someone who I found her when I was looking into color seasons. I found her on Instagram, and I found her through How to Be a Redhead, who I have talked about before, and I know that they are a good company. I definitely trust them. I have been given no reason not to. Like when they say that I don't know, they repost something that someone has done, it's usually, they're usually a good person. They're not like trying to scam you. So yeah, that's how I found Chandler Larson, and I was like, you know what? I want to do this. I've been looking at it by the time I found her, it had been about a year since I'd first discovered this was a thing that you could do. So I signed up for her newsletter. I signed up for this virtual analysis because she is based in Utah and I do not live in Utah. I live in Georgia. So I signed up for her virtual analysis and it was super easy. So I'm gonna walk you guys through maybe a little bit of the process of what it looked like, and then some of my results, not all of them. I don't wanna like share all the secrets. Also, I just don't know if you want a 1 hour video. I personally wouldn't. I look at videos that are like maybe 30 to 40 minutes. That's just me. So anyways, I don't want to make this a super long video. Also, I kind of want to take off my glasses. Like this glare is just, because it's just, I move too much. The glare drives me crazy. Like I can see myself, and it's actually really helpful for me to see myself in my camera lens, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't bother you as much as it bothers me. I don't know. I'm just gonna turn, you know what? I'm gonna turn this thing around. That's better. Now I have no idea what I look like. All right, so color analysis with Chandler. I signed up for her newsletter. That's where I got a link to the virtual analysis. I signed up for it, and she responded pretty quickly with an email that said like, you know, welcome to your virtual analysis. And I basically had to submit 1, 2, 3 photos. It's like 3 photos at minimum. But then I think there were 2 other ones that I submitted because she wanted to look at like what you looked like historically, which I would guess is pretty smart, because I do know sometimes colors in cameras, even when you don't use a filter, sometimes the colors just look different than real life. So I kind of understand I think I understand where she was going with that by asking for historical photos, especially for a virtual analysis and not the in-person analysis. which if you follow her on Instagram, the in-person analysis, she will show like some parts of it with certain people. And it definitely looks very different from the virtual, but I'm speaking about the virtual today, so I won't go into what it's like in person. That's, if you want to check her out on Instagram, then you can totally see her videos on the in-person one. So I submitted these photos, I submitted 5 of them, and I won't go into what they are exactly. I don't know if that's something she would want me to share or not. She might be fine with it, but I'm not going to. Anyways, I submitted 5 photos. 2 of them were historical. The other 3 were just like pictures of me now, standing in front of actually this window that's lighting me right now. And I think I had to stand about 2 feet away. And it's really just about your face. Hair color, especially if you dye your hair any shade that's not any shade, any shade, if you dye your hair, she doesn't want you to show it. I do not dye my hair, so I did show my hair. I just pulled my hair back. She really doesn't want like she wants nothing framing your face. And I basically took very like unattractive photos of myself, like staring into the camera, which you don't realize like how like dead you look. That's an awful thing. I feel like that's an awful thing to say or to describe yourself that way, but like you just look so like a zombie when you're just staring into the camera and you're not smiling, you're not trying to look cute or anything, like you're just taking a photo. Anyways, I submitted those photos and she looks at those photos herself. Like as far as I know, she doesn't like hire someone else to do these things. She doesn't run it necessarily through a program. Like it is her looking at them. And so I will say for her getting back to you with the results, like it varies. I was very fortunate and I got mine back in like maybe 5 days. And so that's not even like 5 working days. It was just like 5 days. I think I like submitted it on a Thursday and then got it back by like Tuesday or something. So I got mine really fast and it just depends. So don't quote me again, don't quote me on 5 days because it could take longer for you. It could be shorter. I don't know. But it took about 5 days for me to get results and I got mine back and my season is a warm spring. So a couple of side notes. One, I knew I had to be a spring or an autumn because those are the warm months. The colors associated with them are warm. It's like if you have more of the like yellowish golden undertones, you are most likely one of those 2 months. And I had been told by a person trying to sell me makeup many years ago that I was a cool, meaning I was a summer or a winter. And I was like, I'm not a winter. I do not look good in like dark clothes. And I just knew, I'm like, maybe I'm a summer, like a really light summer, but that would be like white. And I do not look good in white. Like pure white is just not a good color for me. In fact, I had someone who, she was like an acquaintance, like a friend of a friend who I thought had like impeccable style. She just like, she was one of those people, like she shopped at like Target and Old Navy, like non-bougie stores, but like looked amazing in everything. And I realized it's because like looking back, she wore colors that looked good on her. And I remember one time she complimented me on a sweater I was wearing. She said, "That's your color. That creamy white, that's your color." Oh, okay, so fun story. It's been about 30 minutes since the last thing you just saw, because my camera died and I didn't realize it until like I looked at my camera and saw the red light wasn't on. And then that started a journey throughout the apartment with my boyfriend and myself looking for my other battery. And it was like, it's inside the battery charger. And so I don't know where those things are, but my boyfriend was lovely enough to find a cord that will charge my camera and the battery at the same time. So that is literally the only reason why I'm able to film right now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around so I don't have to stare at myself and criticize myself. So anyways, I think I went into the second side note. So something else that I really love about Chandler is that she doesn't just do the 4 seasons. She also talks about like the tone of the season. So for example, I am a warm spring, and I think there's also kind of like a true winter, maybe like a dark autumn or a light autumn, something like that. I don't know all the terms that she uses. That's not really something she like puts out there. But they're things that she'll use like when she's talking about the color analysis process on her Instagram. So again, check her out if you wanted to hear more information or just see what results can be like. Because she's even talked about her own, and I think she's like a light autumn. And she's talked about her colors and you know, how she wears clothes now that she knows her color season and all that fun stuff. So I have my phone here and I want to go over my own color analysis. And again, I'm not gonna share like everything. I don't want to share all of her secrets, but I do want to talk about some things that were like really important for me. So first of all, I am a warm spring, which means that I look best in like yellow gold, creamy tones, brown over black, which I've always known like my complexion looks really ruddy when I wear black. Like it's too much for my face, but I think I look so much better in brown. Let's see, like low to medium contrast when it comes to colors, which I can see that because I know things like black and white, which I know I don't look good in those colors, but like that doesn't always look good on me in my opinion. Maybe that's what she means, maybe it's not, I don't know. Medium to high intensity of colors. And let's go to like color descriptors. I'll go through like every color of the rainbow, like, so red, which is a color like redheads are told like they don't look good in like red, orange, and like yellow. Like we're always told like blue and green are like our colors, and black. And I've never thought I look good in black, but anytime anyone says that, like it's really just like, it's not that you don't look good in a color, it's that you don't look good in that shade. So she gave me this whole list, and for red, one of the best colors is like a burnt red, which to me is almost a little maroon-ish. And I love that. I'm like, yeah, for a darker color, like I love burnt red. For orange, like a pumpkin, which this is more of like a tomato. I think I'm wearing more tomato red, which is also listed on here. I do love me some orange though. For yellows, I'm trying to see, I know, oh, mustard. Love that mustard. If you follow me on Instagram, I am sure you have seen my sling purse that is like a mustardy color. So I wear it like all the time. So I'm obsessed with mustard. I do love that. Green. She listed forest green, which was not a surprise for me. Like I had like these forest green pants that I would wear to work. So that one was not a surprise, but she also listed like shamrock. I was like, oh, like a brighter green. I would not think to wear that, but yeah, cool. I'll do that for sure. Let's see what else. So for blues, I was surprised. She listed like light navy, which I looked that up, and it almost seems like a medium wash denim. Like it's not that, but it's close to it. And I'm like, yeah, I think whenever I wear like a denim jacket, like I think I look good in it. Also, what I was surprised by was periwinkle. That is not a color I love. Periwinkle is one of the, like, I'm not a big light blue fan, and periwinkle is kind of like that bluish purplish color. I don't love that color, but now that I know that that's a part of my color palette, I'm gonna try it out. I'll try it out. Purple, she listed like aubergine, I think that's how you say it, an eggplant. I had to look up aubergine, and it's a dark purple, like a plum purple, very close to eggplant, which I love. If you know me, I love purple. Purple is my favorite color, but I don't always wear it. And then of course, like cream color. All right, so some other things. Something I found very interesting that she does include is like, if you're tan, because I guess this is a question she's gotten before, like, does your tan affect your color season? And she basically said no, because obviously your shade of tan has to do with your shade of skin. And so it will never, you know, just because you get a tan doesn't mean all of a sudden I'm gonna look bad in mustard, because it's still your personal skin tone. Even though I don't tan, and I realize this. Tan is just not what most redheads are able to do. Anything else? I love that she listed coral for one of my colors. That's not a color I normally think to wear, but then of course I immediately went out and bought nail polish in a coral color, and I happen to love it. So all in all, this I thought was very much worth the money. I love color. I love knowing what looks good on me. I don't think because you wear bright colors that you are a good dresser or a unique dresser. I think wearing colors that look good on you is what gives you style and what does kind of stand you apart from others, because it's not always what people do. I know at work, and I totally get this, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but a lot of people at work just wear black. But I understand if you don't care, then obviously you're not gonna spend $189 on something like this. And you shouldn't, because if you don't care, then you don't care. But this is something that I love. I mean, I've played so much with like orange. You know, my whole life I was told like orange doesn't look good on me. I even remember reading in a book, I think it was in the Harry Potter book, and there's a part where like Ron, of course, big famous redhead, gets a hat for that Quidditch team he likes, and their color is like orange, and he puts on the hat and it like clashes with his hair. And I just remember reading that and thinking like, oh yeah, because redheads don't look good in orange. And then I got older and realized as I would buy clothes in different shades of orange that I actually looked good in some shades. And so I love orange. I wear so much orange. I used to have orange pillowcases because, unlike my couch, because I loved orange that much. So this was worth it. This was worth every single penny. If you are at all interested, or if you're just like, this sounds cool, I just don't want to spend money on it, definitely check out Chandler Larson and look at her website, look at her Instagram. Her Instagram's really fun. She posts like every single day. She's definitely a great small business owner. I can just tell that she does a lot, and she does a lot of work on her own, and she's married with 2 kids, but still an independent, I don't know what to say, strong-willed. Like, yeah, she puts herself out there. She's not afraid to do it, and she runs her business, which is awesome, and it's admirable. So please check her out. Even if you don't give her your money, just give her your attention. I'm sure she would appreciate likes and positive comments on her Instagram. So thanks for listening to all of this, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, fun, colorful day. See ya.